Hey homies, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Haley. I run the Always in Wonderland blog at alwaysinwonderland.com, and today I'm thinking we just kind of talk about the rides by each land in each of the parks. Now, I'm probably gonna split this into a 4-part series, so I think let's start with the main staple today. Let's head on over to the Magic Kingdom, and we'll talk about rides by each land. And then I'm going to choose my favorite to least favorite in the list. And then we'll do which ones I think you should rope drop if you're going directly to that land first. So we'll do my favorites, and then we'll do like rope drop. And then at the end, we'll kind of like throw it all together. We'll make it so I have to choose, which is terrible. Although there are some good rope drop strategies. But my favorites are not always everybody else's favorites. However, I want to know your favorites also, so please let me know down below what your favorite ride is. By land would be great. Overall, I can handle that too. And then let me know if you guys have had any luck rope dropping these over other ones. So if I say like, oh, I'd rather rope drop Big Thunder Mountain, you let me know, no, go to like Haunted Mansion first. I've had that work better for me. We can all just figure out the best strategies using each other's knowledge, and I think that's great. So, also, I'm going to be using my phone during this. I also, if I can get it to focus, I will be using my blog post where I have all the rides laid out by land for you, and I will put the URL down here, so that way everybody has that URL. If you ever need it, you can find it. So, without further ado, let's kind of jump on in here. And let's start talking about the rides by land, starting the Magic Kingdom. Honorable mention, Main Street vehicles. We love a Main Street vehicle, okay? So, not necessarily in the land, just on Main Street, but honorable mentions. All right, let's go to Adventureland first. So in Adventureland, we have Pirates of the Caribbean, height requirement, none, ride time about 15 minutes. That's where you travel on a boat. It smells wonderful in there. You do pirate shenanigans. It's a cult classic. Then you have Jungle Cruise, height requirement of none, ride time at 10 to 12 minutes. Also a cult classic, riding on a riverboat, listening to some of the worst dad jokes or the best dad jokes. Depends on how you feel about dad jokes. While you get to see the backside of water. We love. And then you have the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, which is basically Dumbo, just carpets. The camel though, that spits water, you gotta watch out for him. Ride time 9, but children under 7 must be accompanied by an adult, and the ride time is about 1.5 minutes. So, for my personal favorites, I'm gonna go Pirates, Jungle, Magic Carpets. I don't know, maybe a hot take, probably not. Pirates, Jungle, Magic Carpets. And then, funny enough, rope dropping, I think you should rope drop Jungle first, then Pirates, and then Carpets. I just feel like Pirates loads faster than Jungle Cruise does, so if I had to pick one of those to rope drop, I'd probably rope drop Jungle, because I feel like the wait times get backed up, and then I would go to Pirates after that. So there we go. Adventureland, done. We're gonna skedaddle up and around over to Frontierland. So in Frontierland, we have Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Oh my god, this thing is so cute. I don't love getting wet, but I will suck it up for this. So boat ride with your big old drop at the end, helping Tiana find her band for her party. You get a 40-inch height requirement and about an 11-minute ride. And then you have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which has a 40-inch height requirement and is about a 3-minute ride. But it is, the wildest ride in the wilderness. Hats and glasses, best remove them. Big Thunder, it really does hold like a soft spot. You know what I mean? Like you hear him go, if you got hats and glasses, best remove them. And you can't help yourself. You have to finish the sentence with him. It's amazing. However, I will say, because it is bright, shiny, and new, also we stay on a ride with a princess, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and then Big Thunder will be my picks. Also, I do think that is the way you should rope drop them. So, Tiana, then Big Thunder. Should rope drop them also in that order. Scooch on over to Liberty Square. If you haven't noticed, I'm kind of going like this. Map-wise, go down Main Street, scoot over to Adventure, then the Frontier. Now we're in Liberty, and then we're gonna go, you guessed it, Fantasyland, and then Tomorrowland. We're going in a circle, friends. All right, we're in Liberty Square. Now there's only 2 things in Liberty Square. One of them being the Haunted Mansion, which we love. You get your doom buggy, you go through the mansion, you end up in the graveyard, you sing every song all the way through. You're just humming it out. You can't wait to get to the ballroom scene. We all know. We all know. Which has no height requirement. It's about a 10-minute ride. And then the Liberty Square Riverboat. No height requirement. It's about a 17-minute ride through the rivers of America. Those will be gone soon, but you can still do it for now. So until it's gone, it's an option. However, obviously, we're going to go Haunted Mansion, Liberty Square Riverboats, and we're not going to rope drop the Liberty Square Riverboat ever. So you just rope drop Haunted Mansion. Sounds like a good time. I love the Haunted Mansion. I don't know if that was clear, but I love the Haunted Mansion. All right, skedaddle a little bit further up that little mini hill that's right there. It seems not aggressive, but by the time you climb it up to where Peter Pan and It's a Small World are, you're like out of breath. Just me? Cool. All right, in Fantasyland, there are so many because Fantasyland just kind of goes like around. So, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, no height requirement, a 1.5-minute ride where, you're hanging out with Dumbo, swinging in circles. Not a must-do for everybody. It's a must-do for me. I do it every single time that I go, so to each his own. Then Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. Willa has entered frame, you guys. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Willa, don't. If she knocks him down, we're just going to leave him. Willa, hey, could you please be nice to my stuff? Thank you. Okay. Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid has no height requirement, is a 7-minute ride. You go through the story of the Little Mermaid. I love every Sebastian song, so, I just go through jamming out. Also, that Ursula animatronic is one of my favorites. I love that whole part. Can't even help but sing her whole song when I run through it. Ugh. Maybe am I guilty of riding this ride back to back? I'll let you decide for yourself. The Mad Tea Party. I wish we had another Alice ride on this coast. Can I go on a tangent for a second? So, I will be going to Disneyland in October of next year. It'll be my first time going to Disneyland. I am so excited. I've learned so much about Disneyland, and I cannot wait to go. Also, they have the only Alice ride, and I am so upset about that. Like, they took Mr. Toad away from me, and they took Snow White away from me, and now they've never given me Alice, and that's the only place I can get Alice. And if they touch that ride, I am going to be one of the first people, sorry, I'm mitigating Willa too, one of the first people to throw a fit. I haven't even rode the daggum thing yet. I'm so excited though. Anyway, tangent done. Mad Tea Party, no height requirement, about a 1.5-minute ride where you get your teacup, and if you're my age, you try not to spin. You just like to hear the little kids, giggle and have the best time while you look at their parents' faces, and then you think, oof, John, that looks rough. Yeah. All right. Then we have the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, a little dark ride through the story of the 100-Acre Wood. No height requirement, a 3-minute ride. I love To Bounce with Tigger. I love this ride. It's so cute. The whole Winnie the Pooh, all the little characters. Ugh, and if you ever get to meet Eeyore, just give him like the biggest hug. He needs that. Then Barnstormer, 35-inch height requirement. It's about a 1-minute ride. It's like your kid's starter coaster, but it's Goofy themed. And who doesn't love Goofy? So, adorable. Then you have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 38-inch height requirement, 2.5-minute ride. I like that this is like it's a standard roller coaster with a dark ride element to it because you get to go through like the little gem mine. It slows down for you. I also love that the carts swing. It's not the most thrilling roller coaster, but it is super cute. And I try to ride it every time, but that wait time it's long. Speaking of long wait times, Peter Pan's Flight, no height requirement, 2.5-minute ride. It really doesn't feel like it's 2.5 minutes long, but that wait time is crazy. It is crazy. So, it's definitely on most people's rope drop list because they'd rather wait for Sing in the Morning, but thoughts in a minute. And then you have It's a Small World. Everybody loves that, right? That song that gets stuck in your head and it's just on repeat, sometimes in different languages. We love it. It's no height requirement and a 15-minute ride. No wonder that gets stuck in your head. I'm humming it right now. It's in there. Oof. After this conversation, it will be stuck in there. All right, friends. So, what would I put as my number one through all of these? Let's see. Hot take. I think my number one is going to be The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. My number two is going to be Peter Pan's Flight. My number three is going to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. 4, Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. 5, It's a Small World. 6 is going to be Dumbo the Flying Elephant. 7, Mad Tea Party. And number 8 will be Barnstormer. Those are my personal list. That was kind of hard. I had a few that I kind of wanted to like battle for the same spot. That was hard, you guys. Okay, here's my hot take from earlier. So if you rope drop Peter Pan's Flight, you're not rope dropping anything else that morning. Like, if you rope drop it, you will be spending that entire rope drop time that you get extra standing in line for this ride. There won't be any other ride that you get done before the park is open to just the regular day guests. So I personally, unless you're not planning on having lightning lane access, then rope drop it. However, I'd rather rope drop like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which also is going to be super crowded first thing in the morning. These other ones, while they're not necessarily rides that you should rope drop, if you do, you could knock out all the rest of them. I'm almost 100% sure. Like, you could, if not every single one of them, most of them. So you could go ride. Now, It's a Small World is 15 minutes long, so I don't like do that in the morning. But you could probably go do Barnstormer, Winnie the Pooh, Mad Tea Party, Under the Sea, and Dumbo, while everyone else is still waiting in line for like Peter Pan or Seven Dwarfs. So usually when I go, I will try to ride one of those two at the very end of the night, like while fireworks is going on. I always try to make sure I have 2 days in the Magic Kingdom because, you know, I like to take it easy. You can get it done in one day. I don't want to. I want to spread out the fun. So, I personally try to do those at off-peak times or when people are trying to eat. But they're not bad rope drop suggestions. They're just know like everyone else is going there with you. You're all going to the same place. So, you're still probably going to have to wait an hour. Hopefully less. But just know that's usually how it goes. Alright, friends, let's get over to Tomorrowland. We've got Tron Light Cycle Run, height requirement 48 inches, and a minute ride. It's cutesy. I do think it's pretty quick. I do like the seats, the cool seats, like how you feel like you're like down on a motorcycle racing, and I do like the lights, so I prefer to ride it at night because it's really cool. And I like how you zoom over. Yeah, you know, it's a fun ride. Astral Orbiter, no height requirement, minute and a half ride. It's like Dumbo, just in a rocket ship and elevated. California's is like ground level, so I do feel like if you had to pick one, I think Magic Kingdoms would win in Disney World because you're up high. While I don't really care for this, seeing everything is really nice because you kind of like look out. Space Mountain, 44-inch height requirement, 3-minute ride. We love Space Mountain. You're not going that fast, but man, in the dark, doesn't it feel like it? Also, you don't know what direction you're going. You're just getting whipped one way and the other. Random sounds coming by your ear. Space sounds. You ever ridden that thing with the lights on? Yeah, that's different. I'm not going to say it's not fun, but wow. Also, anyone else as you get older and you ride Space Mountain, you get in it and you're like, I know what to expect. But then at the end, you get out of your rocket and you're like, I'm in my back. I know I'm not alone. At this age, trust me, we're all the same. We all do it, and it's okay. But we know we're going in that getting abused. We do it to ourselves anyway. And I laugh the whole time. I can't help myself. By the time I get off, I'm like, ooh, man, I probably got a bruise. Then Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, no height requirement, 5-minute ride. It's like an arcade game through a dark ride. It's amazing. You shoot and you get points. I like to win. I get very upset anytime my other half beats me in this game. I get upset when he beats me in Toy Story Midway Mania also. I gotta get a sweet little treat to recover. But there's one he never beats me, and that's the Men in Black ride over at Universal Studios. He can't win that one. I don't know what it is. I'm better at that one. I don't know. Disney, help me out. Give me some more tips and tricks so I can beat that man. And then we have the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. No height requirement, 10-minute ride. When I tell you I will rope drop this ride by myself, no problem. I mean it. I love the People Mover. I don't know if it's like I should get older, but I love the People Mover. I know I'm not alone. Paging Mr. Morrow. Nate, listen. If you ever see this video, I one day hope to rope drop People Mover with you. Let's go on a little ride, buddy. Okay? Because he says he's rope dropped People Mover before, and I'm here for it. Let's do it. Also, when are they making the People Mover Spirit jersey? Disney, I'm waiting. Please and thank you. And then, of course, you have the Tomorrowland Speedway, 52 inches to drive, 38 to ride, and I think it's like a 7-minute ride. Sorry, I lost my place. My thumb went scrolled. Yeah, I think it's like a 7-minute ride or something. We love a good stroll. I like it when they have their like Christmas stuff out because you can drive by and like see all the pretty lights. It's really fun for kids once you have a driver's license and you go like 60 on the highway. I don't think it's much fun anymore. But there's something nostalgic about it. So, you know, there's that. Let me get back to my spot here. Okay, as far as rope dropping, this is going to be a really hot take for me. First, let me do my favorites list. This is a really, really, really hot take. My number 1 is going to be the People Mover. My number 2 is going to be Space Mountain. 3, Buzz. 4, Tron. 5, Astro. 6, Speedway. I know. How dare I put People Mover first? Have you ridden it? Thank you. That's all I need. But as far as rope dropping, probably Tron or Space Mountain. You can interchange those two. And then I think after that, I would do like Buzz, Astro, Tomorrowland, People Mover. Only because the People Mover, it's like an omni mover, right? So it's basically like continually moving. And I feel like even if it does get kind of a line, it moves pretty fast. So, yeah. Everything in that order, just you can interchange Tron or Space Mountain at the top. So, I think we've made it all the way around. What? We've made it all the way around? Well, friends, let me know down in the comments what your 1 through whatever are. I want to know, like, or at least, like, your top 5, you know? Let's get into, I think my very favorite ride, let's think. I do love People Mover. So my favorite ride would be between Pirates, People Mover, Haunted Mansion. I think those are my top. So if I had to rope drop those, I would do Mansion, Pirates, People. I think that's it. Like, those are my top 3, and that's how I'd rope drop them. I'm pretty sure. Watch me change my mind after I'm done filming. But anyway, friends, let me know down below what your rope drop strategy is. Also, let me know what your favorite ride in each of these lands is, so that way I can look and see, and maybe you can persuade me to change my mind on a few. Probably not, but it's worth a try, right? And then let me know if you have any questions down below. Once I can get the ability to link, I will link everything for you guys. All right, guys, it's been great. I'll see you in the next one.